Yeah, sorry for not letting you know earlier about the stream time. Instead of recording a video, I just decided to open a live stream, so if anyone joins, we can also have a chat instead of me just rambling on and on. So I'll just wait for another minute and I'll just go with the review. All right. Check these first. I think there's something wrong with my screen capture program, streaming software. I think it's somehow buffering. Hey mate. Can you hit 1 when you hear this so I can see the how is the latency? Just type 1. So the screen seems to be frozen and you might be experiencing buffering. Alright, we have so much latency. Alright guys, that's not how I planned this, but I'll just go on. Right, so I'll just go on with it. Let's talk about the trades we had. We took this AVAX trade, all right. It's a simple one, lows taken out. We're seeing bullish structure. I hopped on here and the target was there. So the trade is done. But as I said, I think AVAX has room to grow, has room to go, right? Like if it comes down here, holds some bullish reaction, and then we may see more upside. I mean, the 4 hour looks a bit extended, so I'm expecting a pullback. But I think the real move will come if it flips this. Okay, if it flips this area, then I think we'll have a chance to probably hit this zone. All right. So I'm just, you know, waiting for this to develop a little further, and then I'll see what I'll do. And the other trade we have was render. We've been in this for a long time, basically. I don't know if we can see the trade here. Just let me see. Yeah, here's the trade. Now I'm expecting a pullback from here. I don't know to which extent, but the entry was here at the breakout of this, and we held on to that drawback. Basically, that's another reclaim long. So we deviated this region, actually then deviated here. Now we're looking good. Basically, if it managed to hold above here, then we can see another push, probably to this area. Alright, that's what my expectations are for render. Basically, what it did was, so far, it just on the first attempt it hit this breaker, and now since we just grinded through the level, inside the level right there, I think this will somehow do something there, break this zone this time, and probably go towards these highs right there. So these are the two trades we have. So I'll probably need to this trade, if I was in this for the short term, this trade should have been till here, and that should have been done, and the new trade should be around this area. Okay, but since we already passed that, I can actually push this further and try to aim for these, you know, at least this high here, at least here. So on the higher time frame, yeah, this looks good. This looks good. On the higher time frame, this looks very promising. Like at least towards here, I can see this going. Yeah, but then the real problem really is this zone right here. If we break out from here, like convincingly, and if we start holding, then I would say we may have a chance to push further. But for this to happen, everything else should line up. Everything else should line up. What is everything else? Let's discuss that. First of all, we have indices like this looks like garbage in a few different ways. One way is, you know, if this is a high, that's a low. Is that a lower high that will take us down? You know, that's a question mark, because you never know. Maybe this is the first leg of a second leg move, a two leg move, three leg move actually, 1, 2, 3, and we'll end up having another high. But we don't know if this is gonna produce a lower low, which makes it a lower high, or is this the first leg of the three leg move higher. So that's why we need to consider a few scenarios. What I said was, I think I posted on Twitter, I don't think this will be the case though, but you know, you can meme this, like if it does this and then does something like that, I think we may have a chance. You know, maybe this is the consolidation before another run. But that's just an assumption. We don't know. But what what we see here is a 3-day high, 3-day low, and that's a lower high now, low now. So basically you expect this, right? So that's why this is kind of worrisome for me. And considering the dollar strength right there, the only thing, see, I mean, it's this motherfucker is pushing since the beginning of, since the mid summer, right? And now it's at the point that it's either gonna, you know, do something like that and deviate and stay inside this range, that's being the mid range, or it's just gonna do something like that and break out, and that will be the worst case scenario for risk. And this is gonna be fucked. Crypto is gonna take the heat, obviously. So what we're expecting is this one not to break out and get back inside this range somehow and stay here, because when dollar is ranging, it really doesn't affect other stuff. You know, when it's like trending hardcore, then everything else goes like this. Well, when it's downtrending like hardcore, like in this portion, then everything risk goes up like that. Like indices go up, equities go up, obviously. Crypto go up. But during these ranges, it's not doing much. It's not affecting the other markets so much. So what we hope is it's get back inside the range and then just do this for the rest of its existence. So that's that. Cool. Morning, Bob. Nice to see you. Sorry for the latency. I'm just, you know. Oh, let me see that. I think I found the problem. This may solve it. Let me see. Oh, okay. You answered pretty quick. Actually, it's the latency might be solved. Yeah, but what I'm seeing is that on the screen is still talking about it, that the screen is on the Nasdaq and I'm looking at the gold chart, so I don't know how is the latency. All right, the gold. Well, like gold looks pathetic actually. Basically what we have here is, you know, just get rid of all this bullshit, because yeah, good. Okay, then on my previous screen is deceiving me basically. All right, let's get rid of all this nonsense. What's this? Yeah, please go. Yeah, I don't know. Go. Alright, you don't want to go? Don't go then. Alright, it's gone. Yeah, now basically what I'm trying to say here is all we need is just a few clear levels. See that this level was clear enough, right? Support here, and walk around with this, resistance here, turn support, deviated above, huge move down, deviated above, good move down, and then finally reclaimed, potential rebuy. See, so these are the ideas that are shared, so that's a potential rebuy. So yeah, that was in fact a good area to buy. And then we had this triple drive divergence here at this structure into the highs, took out all the highs here, and then hasn't been the same since. So basically what we have here is what we really need to focus is this right there. So basically this is our range, right? That's the deviation from the range, and now we're breaking down. So that's not a particularly good sign. I'm expecting at least it lands over here somewhere, like towards this zone there. And we'll see what happens after, because it can just do this, or reclaim this and continue higher. So let's check the higher time frames for this. The weekly, it looks like shit basically. After this, it's done. It's basically rugged, right? Support, tried to hold it. It held, not too far. Deviated, tried to reclaim, and wrecked. Silver is much worse than this. Okay, so basically this area is where it should bounce, if it's gonna bounce on the monthly time frame. So if basically what we have here is this area, right? This monthly candle is basically capping the market. So this isn't really out of the, it's still yeah, I messed up the streaming software's settings, so I don't know how to fix it now. I'll probably need to call someone to do it for me, but yeah. This was the first stream that I did after a very long time. So yeah, this would be amazing, and that would also be in line with our idea of clearing this and continuing this structure. or worst case scenario, we may have a triple tap here, there. I mean, the worst case scenario, but obviously the worst case scenario is something like this and just die from here. So basically this is the best scenario. That's the best scenario, right? Probably in here at this dimensional, somewhere around here. If you see bullish, then ape and hope for the highs. I'm sorry. And the worst case scenario is we do something like that, come here, squeeze, and then die from there. This is the worst scenario you can get. Well, we'll see. I mean, it looks obviously like a distribution path here, because normally we want to see these triple taps, stuff like that in these kind of areas, these kind of ranges. Like that's the first tap, that's the deviation, that's the third tap, that's even fourth tap, and then this is the accumulation. Now it looks kind of like distribution, because as you see, these are the moves here was more tight, and the swings are bigger here, so that this more looks like a distribution to me. If that's the case, if that's the distribution, then I would say the range high of this, and this little patch here before the so basically if it starts dumping, I would expect some kind of bounce from there, this area. Now 1500 is also a psychological level. Or at least, you know, towards this area, which is the prior consolidation area, like 10 years or something, you know, 5 years of consolidation. So yeah, I mean, this is a mystery for now. We hope for this basically for gold. And for the 3-month quarterly chart still looks alright, but alright, but we have this. That's a concerning structure. That's 3 drives here, and this really, they both say that this is scam. So I won't be surprised if this starts dumping towards somewhere, you know, for that consolidation area, 1500s, or to this area. If you want to play around with this, here's the so basically this is pretty much the don't be lazy, right? So that this is the area that we're looking for a bounce basically. If that's gonna pull back, this area should be our area, and that's also in line with this and that little patch there, that 1500 area. So I'm just gonna leave it here. I'm just gonna leave this fib extension here, and we'll see what happens after. Okay, so enough of gold. I mean, since we did gold, I don't think we need to do silver. Silver looks much worse. Actually, when I say silver looks much worse, on the lower time frame it does, but on the higher time frame it doesn't, because see where's the gold? See that triple drive thing is not here. That divergent high time frame divergence thing is not happening here. Obviously this has a higher on the 3-month chart, quarterly chart. We have a higher high, so we still have the bullish structure on the higher time frame. So even this happens, we still can be bullish and end up in these areas. All right. So this is still an uptrending structure basically. It's a high, low, you know, all that blah blah, all that crap. But silver is different. Silver basically hit this high time frame resistance area right there, and basically rejecting right now. So, and this was the high, this was the low. So what this is gonna be? Is this gonna go down and print a lower low, or is this again the second leg of the third 3-leg move higher? So basically what you're looking for here is this, you know, you want this to be broken, because it basically held on to what it needs to hold on right here, because that was the support, resistance, and then it took out all the lows here, and this move was amazing, you know, like shoot straight to this area. You can say that, yeah, you don't need to say anything actually. And then support here, and then basically you really don't want to lose this level now, because there's no business down here. The lows are taken out. There's nothing to do, you know, it's all done. It only means one thing, it wants to go down. So basically I'm watching this. So if I'm playing this, I'd much rather play gold. One thing I want to say here is this area. So I really want to see what it does around here. Let me put it permanent level there. Yeah, this is what I really want to see, because that's the breaker level. You know, I want to see that breaker. I want to see what it does in this breaker area, and I want to add this every time, and open-ended alert. Yeah, I want it. So I want to keep bringing until I come back to this. Yeah, I've done render. I can do ape. I've done render. It's in the beginning of the stream. You can go back and watch it again. After the first 5 minutes, I did render. I did render AVAX. Now I can do actually ape. So yeah, let's see what it does here, because that was the breaker that pushed the price up, and then if it wants to go up, that would be a great place to form that bullishness. Okay, so that's that. Okay, let's go back to what everybody's here for. Let's do some crypto. So yeah, okay, nice bounce from basically this is immerse head and shoulders. You can meme this. Shoulder, head, shoulder, push. It went up to this supply area. Now I can expect some prediction, some correction here, but it ideally shouldn't go below here, and if it's gonna bounce, it should be bouncing around these areas. Okay, that's for Sol, and it's a daily chart, so it may take some days. On the 3-day charts, yeah, 3D looks a bit better. 3D looks a bit better. Again, for any bullishness, you need to be above here. You need to be above here, hold above here, and then you may see a bigger move up. So I have some exposure now. And you know, this is a good area to begin with if it starts running. But first I need to see this make a, like, at least some kind of move like this, like that, and then break this, shift structure, hold, and then, because there's nothing going on here actually. It basically ran all the highs, went all back down. There's also another range, so it needs to get out of this range. Okay, so that's all. Let's check ape since there's a request. Let's go with ape first. Yeah, this is a horrible chart, really. Like, of course it's horrible on the 3D, but yeah, not so bad here. So yeah, this is like, that's the thing, yeah, it looks cheap and all, it looks as though it's good to buy, but, and this is not a small move, I guess. What is a 15% move, but still, I really want to do business with a stronger chart. Like, for example, if it was like this and it like did something like that and start running or reclaiming some levels, that's where I want to be. This is just, the only thing here is that was this kind of weird divergence right there, and then we already might have be done with the divergence and ready to get another leg. You never know, it may just break out also. So for me, what I see from here, if I go to lower time frames like 4 hour, it looks like a rejection to me for now. So if I look at this only and forget about the daily chart, what I would say is, obviously there's a level here, let's make it a zone, because that's a low, that's another low, so this is the zone, let's say. So for me to be able to operate, I need to see some reclaim. I want to see reclaim, hold, and then I want to probably would like to take it towards at least here and then there. But now, for me, this is just under resistance. It just cooling down. If I see it, for example, hold on to this level, maybe I would consider again. Let's say this didn't happen yet, and if it starts holding, and then I would maybe take a position there, first TP here, and then if it holds, I'll probably add more and add more here, and then hope for the takeover. There are pretty nice highs here. There are pretty nice highs here. So I wouldn't mind this squeeze, but it's just not enough for me yet. I mean, see that's fine. For example, that was fine, this and that, but I would like to see the break of this, right? After this pullback, I want to see a break, but the break didn't come. So now what I'm looking for is, I'm saying, okay, all right, so maybe it's ranging right here. Okay, what type of frame is this? Range light, let's say. Yeah, so basically if I just delete all this, so basically what I'm looking for is, okay, that's that. Let's see what you got. Are you gonna come back down, take this out, range a bit, and make the move, or are you gonna just do this, squeeze here, and then make the move? Because the real liquidity is down here now, so I wouldn't be surprised if it does something like that. So I know what I'm gonna trade. If it comes down here, takes this out, closes back in, I will take a punt. It can do still this, but at least I will have a good risk to reward to play with. So yeah, I mean, it's a tough one. I really, this is the zone, let's say. Again, let's put it here, and this is the zone that it broke out from. So yeah, so take the lows into this level and move. That could be the scenario here, but basically until proven otherwise, you're basically trading inside this. Okay, that's the best way to think. All right, anything else? Anything else? Okay, we didn't do BTC, I think. Yeah, let's do BTC. Let's do BTC. All right, the BTC. Good news, bad news. Okay, good news is, what is this daily chart? Is it? Yeah. Okay, let me get rid of this for now. Let me get rid of this for now. Let me get rid of this for now also. So we can go. Alright, what happened here now? Let's check the weekly. Okay, the weekly. Okay, good news. See, the weekly here is, I don't know what happens here. Yeah, weekly has protected the low so far, right? Because you know, high side lows, blah blah. But it's not a lower low. And if you look at it, because we closed the monthly yesterday, so monthly close was not so bad either, right? Yeah, I mean, disgusting little month, right? Nothing went down here. It just $2,000, $2,500 range. But how I see this is, yeah, basically highs taken out, lows taken out. Maybe we'll take this here. Yeah, I was basically trading inside this now, right? And you know, it hasn't. Let me see which one is better. Sometimes you need to play with these ranges so to understand. Okay. Yeah, this doesn't look so bad. But what was the other one? Okay, let's take this monthly. Let's check how this looks like now. Sand, we can look at sand, yes. Okay, I think this looks better for some reason. So basically we're trading inside this range. Our first range was here. You can take this also because you know it just basically makes sense. But so basically, yeah, this is the range. So the good thing is we didn't lose the weekly. And daily doesn't look horrendous here. 3D looks like it's at resistance right here, right? Because as you see, that's the resistance block here, and we're under resistance. I think that's the level. That's the level really. If it breaks out from here, I think the direction will be up. You see no closes below, and then no closes above, and then deviation right here, and then still that level goes on. So I think we should be paying more attention to this 3D level right here. Sometimes you need to walk around in these time frames to see the best, you know, time frame that shows what's really happening. For example, in this case, 3D looks great to me because no closes here, no closes here below this level, and then in here no closes above the level, and then one close, immediately close back down, rejection, and when it broke through, it went up, straight up. So now we're under there. And plus this 200 EMA right there. So it's like a confluent level to work with. 50 RSI right there is a resistance, it just supports the idea. So what's gonna happen here? I think it's a make or break level at this point. So is it gonna be this or that? Alright, that's the case. And the weekly, let's check the weekly also. Let's see what happens on the weekly. Yeah, weekly still doesn't look so bad, see, because it's lingering around the 50 right there. So it's not so bad, really, not so bad. I mean, if we lost this in a convincing way, then I would be like, okay, we're fucked. So whatever it's done is can be the squeeze and then something like that. It still can happen, but I think it looks better than that now. It looks better than that. If we were like this, for example, you know, with this move, if we created something like this, and then if we were coming like deeper, we went deeper in the RSI, and then was coming back here with this, and then I would be like, okay, this is gonna be. So now I don't think like that, but this is still on the tables. So this is still on the table, not completely out of the picture. Okay. So I mean, yeah, we'll just hope for the best, because that's a little patch of supply there. So either hold, push, or. But from now, what I see is it's already like above, and if it manages to somehow flip this, you know, this area, that patch is not gonna stop that, I guess. All right, I hope this makes sense to you. Render, we talked. AVAX, we talked. Send, you ask. Send. Let's see. Have been a long time since I haven't checked this chart. Yeah, and there is a reason for that. I mean, look, all crypto looks like, you know, it's just even this thing that I put, this meme that I drew months ago, yeah, still is, you know, I've extended this in case, you know, it just somewhere in the future, I know when it's gonna break out, but it even extended that, you know, by far. So basically it went all this way from what I extended this to August, and we went to October, and still hasn't no breakout, nothing. So I just need to extend it till basically end of year. Let's do end of year. Okay. So okay, let's check with fresh eyes. We have this old bullshit, but this is, I don't know, 2021. I don't put too much stress on those. I really like to focus on the newer price action rather than this mumbo jumbo. Let's put an alarm here and see what happens. Sorry. And let's go on the daily. Like all crypto, like many assets in crypto look like they're already dead. So they look so bad, then they may actually pump, you know, because they look so bad, and it's at the point that they may see a pump soon. And in this case, look at this, for example, like this divergence structure right there. And it's a weird one, obviously, because it was diverging here but made a fresh low, but still diverging if you you know, like it's a weird one, really. And this shit produced only this and already, you know, hit the 50. So even, you know, if it goes here, I'll probably think that, you know, it's gonna hit something like this, and that's that. I mean, it's still really weak. I still see it's weak. Monthly is probably hideous. Yeah, it's a horror show. It's a horror show. Burj Al Arab. This is just miserable chart. But let me see something. Just a sec. I'm trying to convince myself that this will pump at some point. I'm trying to convince myself, find some excuse that this may pump. Let's see, broke out on the daily. Let's see what it did on the daily. I mean, okay, on the daily we may just because we made it too far away. On the daily, if I get this, it's not. Even if I get the, just to make it easier. And that's the third touch. Yeah, I think the daily shows a better decent trend line. So yeah, let's lock this so I don't move it around. Alright, yeah, I think, alright, so if it manages to close above this, it will be the first since February this year. So yeah, I mean, if it manages to, close like this, something like that, I mean, it doesn't mean that it's gonna pull something like this, but at least it's something to start with. It's at least something to start with, because I mean, it is obviously a change of. It means that something's changed, but what changed? Is the rate of selling changed? Is the rate of participation changed? What changed here? We'll see after. This is the first indication that we should pay attention to this, and what happens after will dictate what may happen next. So that's the first, but still under resistance, under the trend line. Is it going to break out or not? That's the first. We need the first condition, breakout. Yes, all right. That's the second. Let's go for the second condition. Is it? And that's. Is it gonna change something? Is it gonna hold a level? Is it gonna flip a level? Maybe it's gonna push towards there. Is it going to hold above here? Is this going to be the deviation that we're looking for? Will this level hold? Then can we take a long towards there? So all these other questions depends on what happens here and after. Well, the thing is, however works for you. I like to use the closest, but I sometimes use the wicks also, depending on the assets. Look, because some assets are better with wicks, some assets are better with. But for example, if I do this also with this wick to this wick, and that's the third wick. So, however I drew my lines in according to my, style of drawing lines, let's say. My major one is this, the closest. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's the line, okay. So that's the first one, that's the second one, and that's the third one. Okay, this looks like it's out of there yet. Out of there already. So I find. Yeah, this is the second line. This is the first line I drew. Okay, yeah, according to the wick to wick, it's already out. I think that's a stronger trend line for me, because first of all, there's a close, a wick higher, but cannot close above. Wick higher, cannot close above. Wick higher, cannot close above. So that's a strong indication that this line is being really protected, right? That shows me that this is not just, you know, random wicks hitting some random level. It's just this level is really being protected by something, someone, whatever. But whenever it tries to get out, it just smash back in. It's just being used to populate sell orders. But in here, it's just 2 wicks. First of all, there is 2 points of contact, which is not better than 3. And I can see clearly that there is a close, rejection. There is a rejection and close below. There is a rejection, close below. So I put more weight on this line than this line at the end of the day. So I'll just delete this. Yeah. So I'll stick to this one for now. There are some nice looking ones also. Okay, we have this, for example, wool. Wool looked amazing. I think it will, yeah, it's just under resistance right now, but if it can flip this and, you know, hold a support like this, I think we may have a chance of, you know, like doing some damage. So I have my eyes on wool. Here, and I saw some nice coins, some nice ones. Let me see, just let me go back to my follow list. So okay, the best thing is for now is to check only the high time frame charts and find the ones. For example, this, I think this is irrelevant right now. Actually, not so relevant. I just want to put this here. Yeah. Alright. So yeah, if it reclaims this is something basically. Well, I think the level is this one. I think the main level is this one. Because as you see, this one was the support, taken out. It went up to take this out into this patch of consolidation, rejection. Like super nice price action basically. It's a super clean. And then we have this patch here we broke down. I think if it can manage to survive this and start moving, then we may see some push towards there. Yeah, just test your trend lines on various assets. Some assets is better with wicks, but I usually do closes. It usually works better, but that's all. That's how I see it, you know. Maybe it works different with you. So there's no right or wrong. There is only as long as you make money, everything is right. Everything is right. So in here, yeah, this could be a move that we should expect. But then again, this could be just a take out these highs and get back inside and, you know, do something like that. So I think this level is gonna be defining. Yeah, this is really nice. This really, I really like this price action. Let's see, high is taken out right there, low is taken out here, and here is your inverse head and shoulder, and then immediate death. And you see there is also a level here which you need to consider. Not only this one, but so basically if it holds, I I would like to take some off. If I'm in this trade, I would like to take some off here, because that's the high time frame level. That's the problematic one, right? That was the level that held, that was the deviation, that was the reclaim, that was the push. So I think this is the level, and this is the local level, relatively local, and that's the start of the breakdown. So these two levels I would be watching, probably, you know, TP, and then see what happens. If it comes back here and then we have another push, then I'll look to, you know, go towards there probably. So yeah, I think this looks good. Let me just draw these also for future reference. So that's and as you see, since there's a few of you here, there's an offer for you. You see, people usually look at these pointy areas as resistance or support levels. I see them as nothing. It's just, yeah, high volume traded here, but the real resistance areas are these areas, these voids, basically. This is your resistance area, because the thing is, if it clears this void, if it does this, then it's probably going to hold and do something like that. I mean, towards the next void. This is not gonna stop that, but this will, because once the price comes to the void, you usually see a rejection. If it doesn't reject, it will probably go. I want to show you an example. Oh, okay, here. Okay. Maybe in my mentorship I told you guys about these things, but see, that's the support, and then breakdown, and then rejection, and now we're back above. So that's the real resistance, not this one. See, this area is the support resistance now, right? Not this. What happened here? And what happened here? Yeah, okay, it's kind of resistance, but not like this. This is like clear area. And let me see. Okay, that's another void here. Look what happened there. Support, void, oh, rejection. Come back, rejection. And then, if it manages to hold above, then you have yourself another go towards this point. Let's see what Doge does. Oh. Okay, where is the support? Right there. Where is the support resistance area? Resistance, support. Fun, right? So for me, this is the places that has the most volume. Yes, all right, but I think the real like flipping areas is this ones. I can show you many examples like this. Let me see. Maybe a high time frame one. Yeah, that's a nice div structure there, and then rejection. Yeah, I'll do if see, this Doge chart is like there is no voids, everything. Great. I mean, we found some support, resistance, deviation right there. Support here, like fuck around there, deviation there, reclaim there. Support, deviation. Basically, it's a flipping point, right? It's key point of key pivot points. That's a big one. Whenever it comes inside, it rejects. Comes inside, rejects. Comes inside, rejects. Goes outside, goes back down. So yeah, I hope this will help. TRB. I think it's super extended on the weekly also. Super extended on the weekly. So if there's nothing else, I think we should wrap up. When I find some stuff, I will record some quick videos, like short videos about my finds, so that we can discuss. Yeah, I think, you know, if it flips this, I think we have a good run. Probably we're gonna hit this. I think AVAX has a good chance, but it needs to flip this one. It needs to flip this and quick move up here, or maybe here. Here is also a level. Just a sec. Let me draw it.